Okay.
That's good. So, hello, YouTube. I'm here with Pereira, Jefferson, and Priscilla for another Talk and Talk Immersions in English. My name is Rafael. I'm 32 years old. I grew up in São Paulo, but nowadays I've been living for the last 4 years in Europe. I used to live in France because I'm doing my PhD there. But now I'm living in Austria, in Vienna, when I'm where I'm working for 1 year, and after we'll come back to France. I've been here in Talk and Talk since 2022, I think so, to practice English, to improve my English, my French, and Italian too. So that's something very, very. I really like it being here. It's a very nice place. And let's do it. Let's start our conversation. That's about the illusion of control. If the subject, it's already especially the title of the immersion, it's already suggestive, and I would like to ask you if you agree with this thing. So, do you think that human beings, and especially you, and with your experience, guys, to have control of life, and or it's something more than an illusion created for comfort? What do you think about it, Pereira?
So that's a great talk, no philosophical talk. I
Yes.
I usually solve this question, the material before the conversational, and I choose for the top. It's my
Good to know.
when I saw this topic, that's I need to get this conversation because it's a philosophical conversation, it's a deeper conversation. No, I really like to talk about philosophy, habits, behaviors, also. So, but about this question, Rafael, I would say that maybe both. No, I think both because
Good.
I think the most part is an illusion. I wanted to be honest here. The most part, it is an illusion. It is an illusion because we created for comfort, no, for our own minds, no, because the most part, the most part of things we don't have all control. I think that all control is, I would say, almost impossible. No, about everything. Well, for example, when you're
Yeah.
going to drive a car, for example, you have a control, but you don't have control for a mechanic problem. You don't have control for another person, no, a drunk driver or something like that. So to me, Mirzum, both now we have control, but all control is impossible. That's my answer.
Good answer. I agree with you that it's impossible to have control of everything. Yeah, I have many thoughts about it, but let's listen to what Jefferson have to tell us. What do you think about that, Jefferson?
In my case, I control almost everything about my time. My time, for example, I control the things that I wanna do. I I like to do this and that, and I control all my time. I just do what I wanna do. I'm working now. I just have a schedule to go to university, but the other part of the time I do what I wanna do. And control my health. For example, it's very important. I have a very good food. I used to go to the gym. I used to make Pilates. I used to run. I used to walk. I used to play soccer, and to have a balance equilibrium about my mental health. So in this case, I'm in control. But sometimes you can control about lucky. For example, when I play in canastra, I know to play canastra, but sometimes I can win. Why? Maybe sometimes it's a question of luck. Luck. If you take the right card at the right moment, you have a big chance to win the game. In this case, it's unlucky. It's just a lucky. It's not a strategy of the game, but just lucky. I think that's it to begin.
Yeah, yeah, interesting, interesting. I really like it that you in your answer, you brought a lot of examples of things that we can control, that we can we really have this free will that so has a well-known and called free will. And other examples that it's just about lucky, about what it will happen. We don't have control, so it's a kind of similar, different. I think I sound you are different from the Pereira's answers, but we brought both examples. So some things we have control, others we don't have it. Interesting. What do you think about it, Pri?
Well, Rafa, I believe it is big and is an illusion, especially because with technology, it is comfortable, but it is impossible. For example, today, I my goal it is more clients, okay, okay, but it is necessary many factors, many things, and also everything change every time.
Yeah.
One example, we politics in Brazil.
No, this is a very thing that it's totally out of control. It's the what will happen in our country in politically talking. I totally agree with you, Pri. It's something that people used to say that even the best I forgot how to say it, if roteiristas, I don't know, I forgot how to say it. They don't know, they could not imagine it something so unpredictable as usually we see in Brazil. So we
Yes,
have seen at
totally.
least. That's good. That's good. Good example. So, guys, and bringing this topic that said in her answer about technology, and the second question, and it's very suggestive too. So that's the point that again, this thing that's maybe it's a paradox between, oh, with technology we can have control maybe more about more things. Now if I wanted, I could just turn on my radio at home. I'm at work, but I could do it with my cell phone because I have an Alexa, etc. So I have more control about things. But in the other eyes, we don't know how it works, especially me. I don't have this knowledge, you know. So the second question that I will read it for us, it's about this thing. I have control, but we don't have it. So how does technology make us feel more in control while actually increasing our dependence on systems we don't fully understand? So we can think about the algorithms and things like that. What do you think about it, Pereira?
That's a great question. By the way, all question is good, no? But I think technology is important, no? When it comes to a good purpose, we use technology all the time. Everyone uses, no? I joke that if the internet get off for 10 minutes, the world is going to be a disaster, no? GPS disaster, traffic disaster, machines.
Yeah.
But we really need technology those days. It's all the flow. And that technology help us, but you don't need a be about the question. Huh? I don't need to be a engineer, data engineer, or technology expert. No. For me, the most important, what are the purpose about application? What are the purpose about technology we're going to use? You know, you don't need to understand all things like algorithms, something like that. You don't need to be an engineer data though. The most important is how the purpose about this application. You know, it works to me, it's good to me. You know, we have to make that question to you all the time. But I would say that the most people use technology for try to control everything. You know, since a bank account application until the put the camera to in front of the house with the purpose. And that's it. That's my answer. Technology is everywhere. You know? And to me, it's the most important is to understand what the purpose of the application. You know? You don't need to be understand all things, you know, technical things, something like that. That's my answer.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because for me, what is intrigued me more, it's that I don't understand how, for example, this called artificial intelligence is. I
Yeah.
don't know how it works. And but the people, I understand that what the people are saying that oh, it's an intelligence, artificial intelligence, because they can create things unpredictable. So that things that they can just learn from the oh no for the from the inputs and that we have in life and just use it. And I'm a little bit afraid about it when we think, especially after watch movies about
It is.
apocalyptic future. It's understand. So I have a friend. Oh, I'm using this ChatGPT, and after they can just how should I use my data. Every question that I'm put in there, I'm not sure that I don't have the control if they will just use it is against me or not. Go ahead, Pereira.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
No
Uh,
problem. Go ahead.
the problem, I agree with you because the most important is purpose. Because sometimes, what the fuck is that, man? I don't have idea what works this application, but what the most important is this purpose.
I
That's it.
understand what you're saying. I understand. But I really think that I feel at least that they do not have the control when we talk about technology. It's scaring me a little bit. But and what about you, Jefferson? What is your relationship with technology? And do you think that you are in control of this use and of this technology in general?
In my case, the answer is yes. I control everything because I have my own algorithm. I do what I wanna do and not what the machine must that I must do. For example, you talk about money. I know all the apps. I know how to invest in some kind of money, and not I ask the machine what's the best opportunity to invest. No, because I study a lot the best kind of investment, and I do with all of this. And the other example, emotions. For example, I'm gonna to watch the Netflix, a film or a series from Netflix, and when I'm go to watch something that I don't like, I shift for another. Why I must to watch that film or that series? Only because the app or the apps are recommend something for me. No, I never do. I never do this.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I cannot say
I,
the same about me. For me, I have to fight and create some strategies to not fall down and to not be attracted by the algorithms and things like that. But interesting. Uh, what about you, Pri? And just to say, guys, if you want to say something after someone finish their interventions, feel free, open the mic, and we can try to do it. We're just four people; it's not too much, so feel free to reply or ask something else for someone or for everyone. Go ahead, Pri, please.
For me, especially because control my time, it is big illusion, but it is it is little possibility. For example, I today I work in my home.
Yes.
I don't take bus. I don't need. It is one form because technology possibility big change. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I understand. Yeah, you have more control about your time now, and we can spend with other things. You don't have to go to the house at some place to work. That it's
Yes,
better.
for me, especially because time change from
Yes.
the time. For example, my father work long. I don't know, but I don't know, but 14 hours go out
Wow.
home. I work a lot. I work a lot, but today I am in my home. Do you understand
I
illusion?
understand, 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 understand. Yeah, this time I think technology, in some cases, really came to help us to how say like, to really make us more on of our own time. So really the
Yeah.
owner of our own time. So it's interesting to think about it. And it's a part of control. Yeah,
Yes,
I would.
totally. Another example, which is a relationship.
Mm,
Today it is social media. I use a lot. I use a lot. Today my brother live another stage. No problem. I send messaging and the social media. For me,
interesting.
it is
Yeah, that's true.
one form the control. That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, now we can call people. For me, I'm using a lot here that my family is entirely in Brazil, so I can communicate with them. It's I really like it that I have this control about when and how I will just call my relatives. So that's very very interesting. Uh, Guys, I was the next question. I think that's very interesting too. That's about planning, but the question is, can planning too much? So when you're planning a lot, trying to control everything, make life more stressful instead of easier. Why do you think that happens? If it happens, that's the point. Because I know that I have the impression that Jefferson playing a lot. So, but let's start with Pereira and keep the mystery about Jefferson. If I'm right or wrong, what do you think about it, Pereira?
So this is a good question. So, but to me, it's sometimes it's easier, sometimes stressful. Because plan is important, Plan it's a control as well. I work in construction area, engineering area, and plan it is so important, because you can control many things when you plan before, to bring
Mm,
it so important. But you have to know how to plan. Planning too much don't mean a good plan. Don't mean
interesting.
it's important you have to know how to plan. But as I said before, we can't control everything, our lives, but we can control many things. And to me, to plan, it is so important to control, because when you go to move, something like that, you have to plan before. It's important to you realize what's gonna happen. And to avoid some mistakes, I so important to plan. That's my answer about the question.
Yeah, very good. Maybe it's a plane, but make a realistic plane.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the key of success. But my question for you, Jefferson, is it's possible planning too much, and what do you think about it? Can planning too much be more has it that be stressful instead to make life easier?
If you have no plan, you can imagine where you can go or can
I
achieve.
agree.
Yeah. That's why
Is it possible planning too much? Something that too much. When you talk about too much, it's something that is not good.
yeah, it depends on the word too much. If too much is perfection, I think it's not possible
Okay.
because you have unexpected changes in your life, in your plan. So in this case, the answer is no, no. You have a lot of mistakes, but you made to fear mistakes. Everybody committed mistakes. That's why if you plan, it's better. You can avoid commit mistakes. But in the past, I used to plan too much, sometimes over planning in about every details. every details. Now, no. Now, relax. Come on, guy. Why I must to think about perfections, every detail with my age? It's not the case. But I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of professions that planning everything, details, perfectionism, and so on. In this case, sometimes it is impossible to live because in this case about perfectionism, if you frustrate, imagine your situation. You go to be mad, not good, too bad about this. That's why all the time I try to live with to follow my plan, but avoid most of the time frustrations.
Interesting. Maybe the key is to have a plan, but a flexible plan. A plan that can be adjusted with the things that, especially about the things that we cannot control 100%. So that's at least it's my thought.
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
the right
plan, but
word that you use it now.
what?
Flexibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
The right word, flexibility about everything that you plan.
Yes, because like that we can avoid frustration, and really be prepared. I think this is a realistic plan, because try to plan things and overplaying, especially with details that are not realistic. That's I think the problem, and the things happens. So happen. So bad things, things that we are not expecting, because it was impossible to have this knowledge about it. So it's interesting, but it's so. Now we are talking about something a little bit in an abstract way. It would be good to have an example because I really think that some things we have to put in details, and we have this control. But others, when we don't have it, you just say, "Oh, it's a waste of time," and can lead to frustration, as you said, Jefferson. I totally agree with you. Interesting point. And what about you, Pri? Do you think that it's possible planning too much, and why it happens that people get frustrated and stressed about planning too much?
Yes, Rafa, for me, uh, overplanning can create stress, especially
Mm.
because it checks extra tasks. For example, in my life, that's it. Raises expectations for perfection and reduces flexibility, especially when people search perfection, it is a big problem.
Yes, we agree with Jefferson. This is the point that
Yeah.
we have to this the problem is search perfection that it doesn't exist, so we will be frustrated. I totally agree. So guys, now let's try to imagine, not try to imagine it, try to think about it, areas of life so that we don't have control, not that we don't have control, that's impossible to control. So no matter how hard someone tries, it's not possible to control. So I'd like to ask you, what areas of life do you believe that's impossible to control? What do you have some examples for us, Pereira?
Okay, I think that there are a lot of areas we don't have control, especially when it comes to another person.
Yes, that's a very good example.
In my last job, I was working like a leader there. I was supervisor there, and I think so hard to try to control another person or try to teach someone the right path, the right thing. It's hard. It's not possible, but sometimes we can't control another person attitude, another person behavior. To me, it is the most one example that I give right now that I remember right now is that about another person. It's I think so hard to control in that way. But But to me, as about the last question that I think is very really really interesting. Plan is all thing, because when you plan something, it don't means that you have going to be want to have all control, but you have to try to control, about it. But there's another thing that I have that we don't have control is about luck, but some situation, as I said before, the traffic, for example, as I said, I talk about this stuff here. We have to pay attention to drive carefully. It's important, but it's impossible to have control with another driver,
That's the
or
point.
that's a mechanical problem, something like that. Is just essential to pay attention to that. That's my answer. So yeah,
Yeah. This
thank
and
you.
you finished with an example that how say that boomed in my mind, that it's accidents in general, that can happen with everyone.
I have control, man. So my
Yes,
God.
and it's not something that I like it to think about it too much, because otherwise we will not live, so if you have fear because we don't have control if an accident will happen to you or not, we will just renounce to live, because
Yeah.
that you don't have control about others, you don't have control about others things, because it could be an act, a human act, but could be just think that the how say that is not working properly, or and you don't know, in law we have especially in English, the name of in Portuguese it's something like a força maior that can happen. It's a institution of law, but in English the name of the translation of força maior, it's act of God. So that it's something that we cannot control. So it's the legal term in English to say it. It's just something that happens. It's a bad luck. So interesting, Pereira. And what do you think about it, Jefferson?
I'll give two examples to control others, people, feelings, choices, and opinions.
Hmm.
For example, I have a lot of friends here and talk about the former president Jair Bolsonaro, and that guy made a lot of bad things to our country. And my friends used to say he's all right, it's okay, everything's okay. He can have the other opinion. If I talk something about that guy, they can agree with me. So it's impossible to control this kind of opinion or choice, even to talk about the reality, the point of view. But the guys can listen me. That means it's impossible to control this kind of guys. It's impossible. The other, it's about emotion. And I work with emotion all the time. For example, when I play soccer, it's very good. We have 3 or 4 teams
Good.
playing soccer every weekend, but we have 3, 4 guys. They can control their emotions because they just want to win the game all the time. And the guy lose the game, they can mad, can do bad
Yeah.
things playing,
Good.
kicking us and something like this that I really I don't like. Sometimes telling some words is not appropriated for a game, and I don't appreciate this kind of thing. And for me, this is you can control your kind of emotions. That's why I must say, if you want to play something like canastra or soccer or tennis or beach tennis, no matter the game, you must have control about your emotions. Because to play game is just to relax. Come on, my friends. It's not to win.
Yeah.
I'm not receiving money. I'm not a professional player or soccer. Just to relax. Come on, my guy.
That's
Relax. Get
true. I
it. Get
agree
it
with
in.
you.
Yeah. Let it be, let it be.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, a fair point. Yeah, that's thing about others. I think it's a key point. We cannot control them, and it's good in a certain point. You know, it would be maybe boring the life if we had the control. And when I'm saying that's control, it's 100% of control because we can influence people. Nowadays, the people that work on the internet and social media are influencers. So we can do it, but we cannot control, say, oh, we will do it and be sure that this person will do it. And it's good because like that we can live. Otherwise, we would be God or something like that, you know. So and that the life there are something in life I think that it's important don't have control of everything because it makes us alive. I don't know how to explain it, but I really believe on it. It's interesting. And I totally agree with you. This when we are playing things just for fun, and honestly, even this person that are pro, they are pro because they can control themselves. That's the point. Their mentality is different. They are playing this. They are very competitive, but they know the moments where the best one, at least, know control their emotions very well. Pri, what do you think about this thing? You know, about control and in which areas do you believe that it's impossible to control this area? Do you have
Yes,
some examples?
yes, I totally agree for you. Family and relationships, it is not a possibility because you can't control other people's feeling or actions. It is complication. It is difficult to control opinions. Imagine,
Yeah,
imagining actions, not possibility.
no, that's the point. People and but we need to understand it with time in life. You know that we cannot control the other feelings and accept it. I think that it's the key for not be frustrated, for living better. That you can just control a little bit, in my opinion, your own acts and your own emotions, but the others, it's impossible. Guys, I think that we have time for one more question. Someone would like to choose one question that sounds to be good. Pereira, that I know that prepared every questions, maybe, or you, Jefferson Pri, would you like to answer a specific question about the because we don't have time to answer all the questions. Choose a question, Pereira. You are the new guy here. You have this right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't have time to answer our question, but let me see here, just a second here.
Yeah, yeah.
Question
Take your time.
question number 6, I think interesting. It is
Okay.
about social media, no? How does
Hmm.
social media influence our need to control how others see us? Uh,
Interesting.
Interesting. I will answer this question. Can I answer this question right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Please go ahead.
So, for this question, I don't have Instagram anymore. I don't have TikTok anymore. Don't get me wrong, but this is my opinion. No?
Yeah, feel free.
I think in my case, social media it's a more problem than a good thing, you know. And that's my opinion. No? Don't get me wrong, but I use LinkedIn for professional purpose so far, no, because I see something there. It's like a more social media, no status, no, than professional. I think it's changed a lot in the last time. LinkedIn. So far, I use it, but I will think about those that I will keep use or not. But that's my opinion. I think the people in social media, I don't say any all people, no, but the most people there is just to status, to show, you know, show off something, you know. I buy a new car, I buy a new house, and I am better than you. That's my opinion, no. The most part there is the woman, for example, or even the man show the body, physical body, something like that. So to me, what is the most important? It is inner, of us. Don't I have to show something. I have to feel better than other things. No, I think the social media is a problem when it comes to there. This show off something. I think important to, in my case, I don't have struggle anymore. I haven't stuck anymore, and that's my opinion about social media. Because every time social media try to control our lives. That's my opinion.
No, good points, good points. And me too. I used to have an Instagram account, but I deleted because honestly, because I realized that to be in our subject of today's subject, it's that I was out of control. My usage was not good. I realized that. I was controlled by this things, not the opposite. So I decided just to give up, and I maintain my LinkedIn's account, but I deleted from my smartphone, and I use it only when I'm in working, and just for a few minutes just to see if something is happening, because I've already, for example, this job that I got right now that I discovered about it in LinkedIn, so it was useful.
That's a good idea.
Uh,
That's
yeah,
a
but
good LinkedIn just in smartphone because it's a good way to not spend a lot
yeah,
of time. Because
oh
the
my.
most power of the social media, you will spend a lot of time. That's the most problem. That's
No,
it.
my dream is to throw away this thing, but I know that's impossible to live to survive without it. But I will do it. Wow, one day I will do it. I will get it. When I will
You live in an
look,
island
yeah,
alone.
that's my dream. And what about you, Jefferson?
It's impossible.
Yeah, nowadays
It's
we can't.
impossible. I have all kind of social media. I have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp group. What else? But I don't use. I don't use. But in my case, talking serious about WhatsApp group, I have. I have two groups very interesting. Uh, a group of friends, 100 people participated every day. And why I love this group? Because I receive magazine, I receive newspaper, I receive recommendations about some kinds of films, series, especially at the weekend. We discuss about article, some kinds of article. Did you see this article or that? And for me, this is very interesting, very interesting. And about the other kind, as you told, you and Pereira, oh, I put something in Facebook and I need to see how many likes I had. No, I don't like to be validated by likes and comments. That's it.
No, very interesting. Yeah, I think, and to me, it was. I was very proud of myself. For example, when I realized that it's okay that I really believe that there are people that are not addicted, that don't have more control, have a not. I don't know if the control is the word, but have a healthy relationship with technology in general, with social media in general. But I was proud as the that to realize that my relationship was not good for me. With this social medias in general. So I have to quit. But I understand that for many people are very interested and very important. So, but I have WhatsApp, for example. For me, it's something that I really like it because I feel that it's not a waste of time. I'm there talking to people that I like it, that I love. So that is interesting. And you, Pri, what do you think about this subject? The question number 6.
Yes. Uh, to me, social media influence because constant comparisons.
That's true.
Especially for younger generations, like millennials. For me, it is impossible today not to influence because social media it is usually comparisons.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always concerned, worried about this Gen Z and how they will survive in this life. But maybe they are thinking the same thing about me. So we don't
Yeah.
know. Uh, so, guys, it was a pleasure to be here with you. And now let's listen in just a little bit about the other room to know how if. Let's start with you, Luis. Everything was how said in control in the other room? How it was the
Yes,
conversation?
yes, yes, yes. Everything on control. I have a lot of good friends here with Fabiano and Mateus. So it was an amazing immersion. We have a lot of things in the same page. So it was an amazing immersion.
Yeah, it was, and one phrase and a short, not one phrase, one a short answer. Do you think that you're more how said it, in control or out of control of your life? Do you have control of your life?
Always out of control.
Yeah, that's I suppose
Always out of control.
Yeah, we have to discuss about it, Luis, after. Thank you. What about you, Fabiano?
It was a great conversation, an amazing topic, and as Louis said, I have no control about my life. I try to have, I try to, but it's so difficult.
Yeah, I think that's everyone is in the same boat.
Yes,
It's not easy for at least for the most part of us, and I'm feel like that.
yes.
uh, Thank you, Fabiano. And you, Mateus, everything was good. It's everything. That's on control or in control. After I will check. I think that's in control, but you understood me, Mateus.
Yeah, yeah. It's really nice time with Fabiano and Luis. The talk, the topic is really good. We have anything in control, but it's really, really nice to think about that because it's very positive too.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That can be has a in at least in the certain way. That can be something. I don't know how to say it in English. Libertador. You can feel free when you realize that okay, I don't have control and I don't care. But that can be better if you can do it. So that's the point. I think that for some areas of my life, I had this feeling, have this feeling. And just to finish with you, Pereira, that's your first time here with me. How it was for you? I think was good.
It was amazing. No, it was amazing. I really like this conversation here. This is my first time with you here, but I really like this conversation. So I hope the next conversation will be like that. No, it was amazing. No,
Good
yes,
to good to hear it. So, guys, we don't have more time. Sorry, Jefferson and Priscilla, to not hear you, but you are already, how say it, from home here. So, thank you so much for being here with me. Just remember, tomorrow at the same time, I have this immersion too. So, you are more than welcoming here to join me here. And see you in the next immersion. Bye bye. Thank you so much for being here. Everything was in control. Everything, so I'm happy. Bye bye, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for having
Bye,
guys.
me.
Bye
guys. See
Thank
bye.
you.
ya.